Another young, up and coming team, the Bears.
Mm,
This has been a team that has been very active. They had a lot of money. Go ahead. They made probably the biggest trade and one of my favorite trades in NFL history,
mm,
where they're willing to go out there and say, "Hey, we're fully committed to Justin Fields." Because last year he was pretty great, man. He
mm.
almost went out there and broke the rushing record. We had a bad offensive line, didn't really get him the weapons that he needed or deserved, besides the one and only great Cole Kmet. And then we had some struggles on defense too. So it's like we showed we're committed to him. We're not going to go out there and draft a quarterback. Do you think this could be a fatal mistake if he goes on and has injury issues and they can get a player that's better than him? Or do you think with the upside of the team that they can build around him, it'll equal out?
I think it's a no-brainer because they got a first-round pick and second-round pick this year. And
Right.
then they also got a first-round pick next year, along with DJ Moore and a number of other picks. So it's like alone, I look at that, I see, all right, well, you go from number one to number nine, so you can still get offensive line help. You can get maybe you want to get another linebacker or draft a wide receiver to just in case you don't want to pay Chase Claypool or Darnell Mooney. So you have that, and then not only that, that first round pick that you got the year after for next year, I have a feeling that pick's going to be very high. The Panthers, yes, they've signed Adam Thielen and Hayden Hurst and Miles Sanders, but at the same time, that's you don't know. It's still a rebuilding franchise, and I see that being like a low end pick. You
Yeah.
can always trade that up. I think they'll be just fine. So no, for the Bears, I think it's a great idea. And plus, I mean, if you can see it with Justin Fields, do everything you can to get all the talent around him. You
Yeah.
saw pretty much every major quarterback has been like that with Josh Allen. Oh, he looks pretty good. Let's go out here and get him Stephon Diggs. Joe Burrow, let's go pair him with his buddy and go ahead and get Jamar Chase. And it's like, if you're going to be aggressive, you see somebody, you see a lot of talent there, let's go out there and go for him. Oh, and let's not forget Trevor Lawrence with Calvin Ridley this year.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we'll see what happens with Trevor Lawrence and Calvin Ridley. But did you know that with DJ Moore's current stats right now, he would be the leading receiver all time for the Bears already? He's
Really?
already the all-time. If he had the seasons he had in Chicago that he had in Carolina, he would be the all-time great and hold the record for most receptions and
Hmm.
yards for the Chicago Bears.
I don't believe that can't be true.
It is.
What about Brandon Marshall?
Brandon Marshall was there, but not like a huge chunk of his career. He was there for a little bit, but
What
DJ
about
Moore still has better stats than Brandon Marshall did with the Bears.
Elshon Jeffrey?
Alshon Jeffrey? No, same thing.
Not a very long time. He did play for the Eagles for a while.
Yeah, he paid for the Eagles for a little bit. So DJ Moore is already the best Chicago Bears wide receiver of all time, stats
Well,
wise.
first of all, that's kind of
Sad.
sad.
Yeah.
That's like the fact that Ryan Fitzpatrick has the most passing yards in Jets history.
Yeah.
That's pretty sad. Only 4,000 yard passing yard. Um, Jesus Christ. Wow, that's bad. Well,
Yeah.
hey, I think DJ Moore is going to be a nice fit. How do you think DJ Moore and Justin Fields are going to work together?
I think they'll work it out. I feel like it'll take some time to build the chemistry, but DJ Moore was able to make it work with Cam Newton. Going from Sam Darnold in that quarterback rotation he had there, and then coming over with Justin Fields, and then I think that'll be definitely a huge upgrade for him. And then Justin Fields will be relieved to actually like have a semi-coherent wide receiving trio. I still think you need a better three than Chase Claypool, even though he did self-proclaim himself as a top three wide receiver in the NFL. Still think you need just another piece there, wide receiver. But I think him and DJ Moore are going to get along well. And then I like that they brought over PJ Walker too, to back up Justin Fields. Because if there is ever a time where you have to sit him out where he's banged up or you're making a push in the regular season, PJ Walker is going to be able to come in there, run the offense pretty well, and he's a great backup when he only has to play 1 to 2 games. So I think that's definitely a good pickup for the Bears. And then
I just want to go through all their signings so far to this point. They traded for DJ Moore, like we mentioned. They got Tremaine Edmonds, give him a bag,
yeah,
massive bag. We talked about that last week on the show. TJ Edwards, great fix as well. We got
another
some
good pick.
offensive linemen. Bob Tanyan has joined the Bears.
Who knew? Now you
Tight ends with Cole Kmet and Bob Tanyan.
yeah, the one and only great Cole Kmet and Bob Tanyan.
And then their running backs, I think they'll probably draft a running back, but they got Travis Homer and Dante Foreman.
Yeah.
And all they lost was David Montgomery. He went to the Lions. All right, that sucks. They weren't going to pay him anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And then
Yeah.
they lost Riley Reef. He went to the Patriots. So outside of that, they still have $34 million in cap space.
Yeah.
So if with that $34 million, what do you think they should do?
I say you save it for next year. I don't know who you can go out and get right now, and I think we're at the point where I don't want to go out and pay for any more free agents. So I think you go out there, have a really good draft because you acquired the extra draft picks from the Panthers, and then go out there, build a team around Justin Fields, and then be like, oh yeah, we actually have more first round picks next year. We have the Panthers first round pick, and we have ours next year, which could be like a middle of the probably a middle of the pack, probably around somewhere like 20. I would say for the Chicago Bears next year, maybe a little bit lower. And then you also have like, oh yeah, we still have $34 million in cap space, can cut some more veteran players and clear up
Mm,
some more cap space. So it's like we can make this a bang bang 2 year
mm.
fix, play the long game, and then by year three, I think they'll be really good. But I feel like there's a chance this year that they'll be able to compete in the NFC for sure.
Yeah, because I mean, we've talked about the Lions; they're going to be world beaters, and then the Eagles. But outside of that, even in their own division, it's like you have the Bears, who we're I think for what their offseason has been, I think they've had a great offseason. Everything
Oh,
with
for
what I
sure.
want them to do. Maybe if they want to sign anybody in free agency, still maybe. I mean, you can never hurt with offensive linemen. That offensive line's terrible.
Yeah.
Um,
If you're
so
saving money for D Hop, I guess that would be a
maybe
lethal
D
combo.
Hop, but outside of that, because you look at the rest of the division,